Have you ever dreamed of finding a city in America that feels like Europe without ever leaving Texas? Welcome to Austin, where centuries of European charm blend with Southern soul and creative fire. From its café-lined streets and leafy boulevards to its live music corners and art-filled districts, Austin surprises visitors with a rhythm that feels far from ordinary. In this video, we're diving deep into what makes Austin a taste of Europe in Texas. You'll discover how this city manages to mix Parisian-style cafes, Dutch-inspired bike culture, and the relaxed outdoor energy of Spain, all wrapped in a uniquely Texan spirit. We've explored every neighborhood, from the buzzing downtown to the calm lakeside escapes, to find out why everyone keeps saying that Austin isn't just another Texas city. It's a whole different experience waiting to be explored from tomorrow, next week, or whenever your adventure begins. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's explore the European heartbeat of the Lone Star State. Welcome to Austin. Welcome to Austin, the beating heart of Texas and one of America's most fascinating cities. This is where Southern charm meets a free-spirited European lifestyle, creating a culture that feels effortlessly global, yet proudly local. From the moment you arrive, Austin feels different. The city hums with live music. The air carries the aroma of roasted coffee and slow-smoked barbecue. And the streets echo with creativity that seems to grow from the ground up. It's the capital of Texas, but its soul feels far more like an artist's haven in Southern Europe than a government hub in the American South, where ambition hums to the rhythm of the river. Austin's skyline rises along the Colorado River, where glittering high-rises reflect in the calm water while historic bridges connect the old and the new. The downtown buzz blends perfectly with the city's slower rhythm, where locals start their day on bikes, work from open-air cafes, and end their evenings watching the sunset over the hills. From the tech-driven energy of the Silicon Hills to the laid-back culture of street markets and vintage shops, Austin manages to balance ambition with authenticity. What makes this city special isn't just its economy or music, it's its spirit. Austin celebrates individuality. You'll see people in cowboy boots sipping lattes next to musicians rehearsing on sidewalks and entrepreneurs coding from park benches. It's casual but cultured, busy but balanced, modern yet nostalgic. This unique energy makes it one of the most livable cities in America, and one of the few that keeps expanding while still feeling intimate and connected. Locals love to say, "Keep Austin weird." But the truth is, Austin isn't weird. It's wonderfully unique. The city blends Texas warmth with European influence in a way that keeps travelers coming back again and again. From tomorrow to the next few months and beyond, Austin continues to reinvent itself while holding on to the essence that makes it unforgettable. A city that feels like home to everyone, whether you're from Texas or 10 time zones away. European vibes in the heart of Texas. Austin may sit deep in the heart of Texas, but there's something undeniably European in the air. The city's rhythm is slower, its architecture more intentional, and its people seem to savor life the way Parisians linger at cafes or Italians stroll through evening piazzas. From its riverside trails to its artisan bakeries, Austin feels like a place where the old world found new roots under the Texas sun. Walk through the downtown streets and you'll notice how effortlessly Austin combines Southern grit with European grace. Tree-lined boulevards echo the relaxed charm of Amsterdam, while hidden courtyards and cozy patios feel straight out of Barcelona. Cafes spill onto sidewalks where people gather for morning espresso or late-night live music. The aroma of roasted beans drifts through open windows as cyclists glide by, proof that Austin's love for biking rivals that of Copenhagen's. Where Texas meets Europe in the art of living well. Even the city's design reflects a European sensibility. Compact districts make it easy to explore on foot, with bridges and riverwalks connecting neighborhoods instead of isolating them. Local planners have embraced sustainability, adding green spaces, shaded walkways, and outdoor seating that encourage community living, something long celebrated in Europe's most livable cities. The result is a city that feels intimate even as it grows, where every corner offers a mix of modern architecture and rustic character. Culturally, Austin mirrors Europe's obsession with art and expression. Murals cover entire buildings, musicians perform on nearly every block, and weekend markets sell everything from handmade pottery to farm-fresh cheese. The creative pulse is constant, yet never forced. It's the kind of energy that makes you want to slow down, listen, and take in every color, sound, and flavor. Locals say Austin isn't trying to imitate Europe. It's just naturally aligned with that lifestyle. The mix of diversity, creativity, and connection makes it feel like a city that belongs both in Texas and across the Atlantic. Whether you're sipping cold brew by the river or watching the skyline glow at sunset, Austin reminds you that European charm doesn't have to be an ocean away. The soul of Austin. Its history. To understand why Austin feels so unique, you have to look back at its story. A story that began on the banks of the Colorado River, where settlers once saw endless rolling hills and decided to build something different. The city was founded in the mid-1800s and quickly became the capital of Texas, but its identity was never just political. It was shaped by dreamers, builders, musicians, and thinkers who believed that a city could be both ambitious and soulful. That belief still defines Austin today. Early European settlers brought influences from Germany, Sweden, and the Czech Republic, leaving behind architectural footprints, food traditions, and even community festivals that continue to shape the local culture. You can still find hints of that heritage in neighborhoods lined with historic stone buildings and small family-run bakeries serving recipes passed down through generations. Those influences quietly gave Austin a character more aligned with a European village than a frontier town, long before the rest of Texas caught up to its rhythm. Where reinvention never forgets its roots. As decades passed, Austin became a center for education, with the University of Texas anchoring the city's growth and fueling its creative spirit. The presence of students, scholars, and artists turned Austin into a hub for progressive ideas and innovation. From the early days of the oil boom to the rise of modern technology, the city has reinvented itself many times without losing its independent heart. It's this balance between tradition and transformation that gives Austin its unmistakable soul. While other Texas cities leaned into industry or finance, Austin leaned into imagination. Its open-minded culture attracted musicians who shaped its identity as the live music capital of the world. Blues, rock, and folk blended on its stages, and soon Austin became a magnet for anyone seeking inspiration. That artistic DNA continues to thrive, from local street performers to massive festivals that celebrate creativity in every form. Where progress keeps its heart in the past. What makes Austin's history remarkable isn't just its milestones. It's the attitude that's carried through generations. A belief that progress doesn't have to erase the past, that modern life can still make room for soul. Whether it's a restored Victorian home beside a new tech campus or a historic music hall echoing next to a sleek high-rise, Austin wears its history proudly. The city's heart beats with a mix of old-world charm and modern ambition, reminding everyone that the best cities evolve without forgetting where they came from. Neighborhoods that feel European. Austin's neighborhoods each tell a different story, yet together they create a cityscape that feels unexpectedly European. Walking through them feels like moving between countries without ever crossing a border. The mix of architecture, street culture, and community rhythm gives every district its own personality. Some polished, some bohemian, all distinctly Austin. Start with South Congress Avenue, often called the soul of modern Austin. It's where boutique shops, vintage stores, and open-air cafes line the street like a Texas version of Paris's Left Bank. Locals stroll here with iced coffee in hand, browsing handmade goods while live music hums in the background. The murals and neon lights bring energy to the day, while the sunset over the Capitol building gives the evening a romantic glow. It's stylish but unpretentious, a perfect example of Austin's effortless cool. A few miles away, East Austin brings a different kind of European vibe. Gritty, creative, and full of character. Once a quiet residential area, it has transformed into the city's artistic heartbeat, filled with independent galleries, microbreweries, and family-owned eateries that spill onto patios. Its warehouse conversions and colorful murals resemble the youthful energy of Berlin's Kreuzberg or Lisbon's Bairro Alto. Locals here celebrate community over polish, and that authenticity keeps the district grounded even as it grows. Over in Hyde Park, the atmosphere slows down. Shaded streets lined with historic bungalows and lush gardens give it the charm of a small European village. It feels peaceful yet alive, with bakeries that smell like Vienna in the morning and small neighborhood cafes that host poetry nights. Residents know each other by name, and weekend farmers markets bring people together over fresh bread, honey, and laughter. Then there's Clarksville, one of the city's oldest neighborhoods, where cobblestone-like streets and restored homes blend the past and present seamlessly. The combination of art galleries, old oak trees, and minimalist design cafes makes it feel like a slice of Copenhagen tucked inside Texas. You'll see cyclists cruising through the streets, locals reading by shaded patios, and a quiet pride in preserving what's old while celebrating what's new. Even the Seaholm district, once an industrial hub, has reinvented itself in a very European way, repurposing factories into chic restaurants, eco-friendly apartments, and urban green spaces. The walkable design, open plazas, and riverside cafes mirror the community-focused approach of European cities. Austin's neighborhoods together create an experience that feels familiar yet fresh, where local roots meet global influence. Each district holds a piece of Europe's charm while staying true to Texas grit. Whether you're exploring with a camera, a coffee, or just curiosity, every street feels like it could lead you somewhere you've never been before, but somehow always belonged. Food scene. From Texas, BBQ to Tuscan feels. Austin's food scene is a story of flavors colliding in the best possible way. It's where the smoky aroma of Texas barbecue dances in the air alongside the buttery scent of freshly baked croissants. This city has mastered the art of mixing comfort and sophistication, bringing together Southern tradition and European flair on every plate. From tomorrow to the next few months, no matter when you visit, Austin's culinary landscape continues to evolve while staying true to its roots, where smoke, soul, and simplicity share the same table. Barbecue will always be part of Austin's DNA. But what makes the city special is how it reinvents the classics. Slow-cooked brisket still draws crowds to legendary smokehouses. Yet right down the street, you'll find chefs experimenting with wood-fired pizzas topped with locally sourced ingredients, or handmade pasta that could rival a trattoria in Florence. Many of Austin's top restaurants emphasize sustainability and simplicity, echoing the same philosophy you'd find in Italy or Spain. Fresh ingredients, seasonal produce, and meals meant to be shared. Cafes and bakeries around the city add a European rhythm to Austin's mornings. The scent of espresso blends with the sweetness of pastries in tucked-away corners that feel like they belong in Paris or Vienna. Outdoor tables line the sidewalks, filled with people sipping lattes, reading, or chatting under the shade of oak trees. The city's coffee culture has matured into something deeper than caffeine. It's about connection and creativity. Every cafe feels like a meeting point for travelers, artists, and locals who love the unhurried pace of life. In the evenings, Austin transforms again. Tapas bars glow with warm light as friends gather over shared plates, local wine, and laughter that spills into the street. The city's chefs bring Mediterranean influence to Texas ingredients. Olive oil meets chili spice, and seafood from the Gulf takes on a Provençal twist. Whether it's Spanish-inspired paella, creamy risotto, or buttery French sauces paired with Texan steak, Austin's dining experiences offer something that feels both familiar and fresh, where every bite tells the story of two worlds. Food here isn't just about eating, it's about storytelling. Every meal reflects the city's cultural mix: a little Texas heat, a touch of European charm, and a constant desire to try something new. From rustic patios serving farm-to-table dishes to rooftop restaurants overlooking the skyline, Austin keeps setting trends that food lovers across the country can't ignore. It's no wonder people say Austin doesn't just feed you. It inspires you to savor every bite like you're in a European cafe with Texas soul. The lifestyle: chill, artsy, and smart. Life in Austin moves to its own tempo, a perfect balance between laid-back charm and cutting-edge creativity. The city feels effortlessly alive, where ambition meets ease and innovation coexists with artistry. Locals here have mastered the art of living well, blending Texas hospitality with a European appreciation for slow mornings, deep conversations, and community connection. It's a lifestyle that invites you to pause, breathe, and enjoy the moment, no matter how busy the world feels outside. Where curiosity writes the soundtrack of the city. Austin's culture is defined by its people: musicians, tech entrepreneurs, artists, students, and free thinkers who all share one trait: curiosity. The city attracts talent from across the country and beyond, not just because of its booming economy, but because it allows individuality to thrive. Creativity isn't a side note here. It's the main storyline. From street murals that turn walls into open-air galleries to weekly pop-up art shows, every corner of the city feels like a canvas in motion. Music drifts from patios. Live bands fill every neighborhood, and the streets themselves seem to pulse with rhythm. But Austin's lifestyle isn't just about creativity. It's also about intellect and innovation. The presence of the University of Texas and a rapidly growing tech scene have turned the city into a hub for fresh ideas. Startups, research centers, and creative studios blend seamlessly with the city's cultural backbone, giving Austin a reputation as one of the smartest and most forward-thinking cities in the U.S. It's not uncommon to see people coding at coffee shops, discussing design over tacos, or brainstorming business ideas while kayaking on the river. This mix of brains and soul gives Austin a distinct edge that few cities can replicate. Despite its energy, Austin never feels overwhelming. People here make time for the good things in life: live music on a weekday night, farmers markets on the weekend, and impromptu gatherings in the park just because the weather feels right. Work-life balance isn't just a trend here, it's a way of life. Locals move through the day with an easy confidence, choosing experiences over excess and community over competition. Where growth moves to the beat of calm. What sets Austin apart is how it keeps this rhythm alive as it grows. The city continues to expand, yet it holds tight to its identity, a place where you can chase your dreams without losing your peace. Whether you're walking through a local art market, watching the skyline light up at sunset, or listening to a musician play under string lights, Austin feels like a reminder that success and serenity can coexist. It's chill, it's artsy, it's smart, and it's exactly the kind of lifestyle that makes you want to stay just a little longer. Nature and outdoor beauty. Austin's natural beauty is the quiet heartbeat that keeps the city grounded. Beneath its skyline of innovation and creativity lies a landscape that feels wild, open, and deeply connected to nature. The city was built around the Colorado River, and that connection to water defines its rhythm. The emerald blue stretch, known as Lady Bird Lake, winds right through downtown, inviting locals and travelers alike to walk, bike, paddle, or simply sit and take in the view. Early mornings bring joggers tracing the shoreline, while evenings fill the trails with laughter, music, and the sound of paddles dipping gently into the water. Where Texas hills breathe like the edge of the Mediterranean, just beyond the city, the Texas Hill Country unfolds in rolling green waves. Vineyards dot the horizon, oak-covered trails lead to hidden swimming holes, and limestone cliffs catch the golden light at sunset. Barton Springs, one of Austin's most beloved spots, remains a symbol of the city's connection to nature. A massive natural spring-fed pool with crystal-clear water that stays refreshing all year long. Locals gather here to swim, picnic, or simply recharge after a long day, turning it into a ritual that feels almost Mediterranean in spirit. Green spaces are everywhere in Austin. Zilker Park, often called the city's backyard, hosts festivals, outdoor yoga, and picnics under wide Texas skies. Across the city, shaded trails and leafy boulevards offer moments of calm between bursts of urban energy. The balance between city life and the outdoors is what makes Austin truly special. It's easy to spend the morning working downtown, the afternoon paddleboarding on the river, and the evening watching fireflies dance under the trees. The blend of natural landscapes and mindful living gives Austin a rhythm that feels more European than American, where being outdoors isn't a luxury, but a lifestyle. Whether it's kayaking, hiking, or just enjoying a quiet coffee by the lake, Austin reminds you that nature doesn't have to be an escape from the city. It can be part of the everyday experience. Challenges. Because no city is perfect. Every city that shines has its shadows, and Austin is no exception. Its charm and creativity have drawn people from all over the world. But that popularity comes with growing pains. The city's rise as one of America's most desirable places to live has pushed housing prices higher, creating challenges for locals who've called Austin home for years. Neighborhoods that once felt laid back and affordable now see luxury condos and rising rents, a shift that mirrors the transformation seen in many major cities across the globe. The European-style appeal of walkable streets and trendy cafes is wonderful, but it also makes Austin a magnet for those seeking a better lifestyle, putting pressure on space, traffic, and affordability. Where progress slows to a crawl, but never stops. Traffic itself is one of Austin's most talked about struggles. What was once an easy commute has become a test of patience during peak hours. Narrow roadways, limited public transit coverage, and the city's explosive population growth combine to create congestion that often feels like a daily challenge. For many, it's a reminder that Austin's success has outpaced its infrastructure. Still, the city is working towards smarter transportation systems, investing in expanded rail options, bike-friendly routes, and walkable districts that aim to keep Austin moving. It's progress in motion, even if the solution takes time to fully unfold. The cost of living is another reality check. While Austin remains more affordable than cities like San Francisco or New York, the steady climb in prices has started to reshape its identity. Once known for its easygoing lifestyle, Austin now faces the challenge of balancing growth with inclusivity, ensuring that artists, musicians, and small business owners can still thrive alongside tech professionals and newcomers. Even with these hurdles, Austin's community spirit refuses to fade. Locals adapt with resilience and humor, holding on to the values that make the city unique. They organize, innovate, and find ways to preserve the creative culture that built Austin's reputation in the first place. Every new challenge pushes the city to evolve without losing its heart, where imperfection proves the city's heart is still growing. Austin may have traffic jams, higher rent, and construction cranes dotting the skyline, but it also has a pulse that never stops beating. Its imperfections are proof of its growth. A reminder that no city striving to be great ever stays still for long. What keeps people here isn't perfection, it's passion. Austin's challenges don't define it. They fuel it, making the city stronger, smarter, and even more determined to stay one of the most inspiring places to live in America. What locals say. To really understand Austin, you have to hear it through the voices of the people who live here. Locals don't just describe Austin as a city. They talk about it like it's a living, breathing friend who's always up for good music, a great meal, and deep conversation. Ask someone what makes Austin special, and you'll rarely hear about skyscrapers or politics. Instead, they'll tell you about sunsets over Zilker Park, impromptu concerts under string lights, and the feeling that no matter who you are, you can find your rhythm here. Many residents say Austin is the one place where big city opportunity meets small town warmth. People hold doors open, smile at strangers, and genuinely mean it when they ask how you're doing. The city's rapid growth hasn't erased that friendliness. It's just made it more diverse. Longtime Austinites share their favorite taco stands with newcomers from across the world. And it's not unusual to see a tech founder, a local artist, and a street musician chatting at the same cafe. This blend of backgrounds gives Austin a cultural heartbeat that feels inclusive and alive, where individuality feels less like rebellion and more like home. You'll often hear locals talk about the freedom this city gives them, the freedom to create, to explore, to be a little different. Austin encourages individuality without judgment. It's a place where you can wear cowboy boots with vintage jeans, show up at a concert on a Tuesday night, and no one bats an eye. People here love that balance between ambition and authenticity. They're proud that the city stays grounded even as it becomes a national hub for innovation and creativity. Of course, locals joke about the traffic, the construction, and how the secret about Austin got out long ago. But even as the city changes, the community spirit remains intact. Residents take pride in supporting local businesses, protecting green spaces, and keeping Austin's artistic roots alive. Many say the city feels like a bridge between worlds, a place that welcomes progress without losing its soul. One longtime resident summed it up best. Austin feels like a city that grew from a jam session. Everyone adds their own sound, but the harmony stays the same. That harmony is what keeps people coming back, and what convinces so many who visit to stay for good. Whether you talk to a student, a musician, a chef, or a tech worker, they'll all tell you the same thing. There's just something about Austin that feels right. It's creative yet comfortable, ambitious yet kind. It's home, even if you just arrived yesterday. The European spirit of Austin. Austin stands as proof that a city can grow, evolve, and innovate while keeping its soul intact. Its charm lies in the balance between progress and personality, a rare quality that makes it feel both worldly and welcoming. There's something undeniably European about how Austin lives. It values creativity over conformity, community over competition, and quality of life over constant rush. From its open-air cafes and bike-friendly streets to its love for music, art, and food, the city embodies a lifestyle that encourages people to slow down and truly live. Where Texas hospitality meets a worldly kind of calm. The European spirit here isn't about architecture or accent, it's about attitude. It's the way people savor long brunches with friends, gather at local markets, or pause to watch street musicians play by the river. It's about connection, to nature, to culture, and to one another. Austin proves that even in the heart of Texas, you can find a place that feels effortlessly global without losing its southern warmth. For travelers, Austin offers an experience that's both exciting and familiar. You can taste Italy in a handmade pasta, hear echoes of Paris in the chatter of a cafe, or feel the energy of Madrid in its nightlife, all while surrounded by the friendliness that only Texas can deliver. It's the kind of city that makes you want to explore during the day, fall in love at sunset, and start planning your next visit before you've even left. So if you've ever dreamed of finding Europe without crossing an ocean, Austin is where that dream comes to life. It's not just a city, it's a feeling, a blend of cultures, creativity, and connection that continues to evolve from tomorrow to every day after. The spirit of Austin reminds you that adventure doesn't always mean distance. Sometimes the world's best discoveries are right here in your own backyard.